Welcome, we have a queen walk, Lalo with 14 wall breakers. Yes, indeed, 14 wall breakers. And if you're wondering how to do, I'm gonna teach you how to do these really in-depth queen walk wall breaks. Now this takes a lot of skill. You really have to understand pathing. Now here's the first go round. Now if you didn't know, wall breakers go to the defensive building. To see, if you put your wall breakers down right here, they're gonna go to this compartment. But because this cannon is down, look, now the wall breakers, if you put them right by the king compartment, they're gonna go on this corner. And look where he's gonna open it up. Look at this, beautiful. There's the test wall breaker, and there's the one behind, and look at that, opens up the compartment. Now, why does Hex, Helion himself, wants to open up this compartment? Look, he's able to access the Expo. If you did not open this, Expo would take down the healers, causing so much trouble for the loons later on. You want to wall break in, and look, it's at an Inferno range. That's the first one. Now, where will the second wall breakers go? Where do you want them to go? Here comes the poison for the CC. Now he is trying to open up at 9 o'clock. He's going to actually try to double wall break in, and look at this, guys, right on the corner. Again, the wall breakers, if you put them here, they will go to this cannon. Now if you put the wall breakers over way at 9 o'clock, they're going to go to this corner edge. That is how they path, but because he's got them up here, they're going to go to this junction. I call this the T junction, the wall breaker junction, and that is exactly where. Unfortunately, look what happened. Unfortunately, somehow that second wall breaker didn't go in the corner, so it was a little unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. He was able to still pull through. And look, let me pause it again. Because there's this gold storage here, you have to put the wall breakers down before this gold storage dies. It gets destroyed. If you waited till it gets destroyed, these wall breakers would not go to this wall. They would go another place. They would either go up here on this section, or they might even go over on this section. And if you put the wall breakers over here too far to the at 9, but look at this, another wall break in. And this time, here's a trick if you didn't know, if you put a rage spell down, and if you're, it really helps when you're really trying to push inside the base. Look at this. The wall breakers will open up. These wall breakers, look how far they got in under rage. They went all the way over to the sweeper. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers in. That's 5 layer deep, baby. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, the junction there, and the 5th one right there. That is ridiculous. That opened up everything, and that is how you do these sort of queen walks. If you were not, you know, a lot of times people think, well, it's too many wall breakers. I need more space. I need more loons. But guys, if you didn't bring the wall breakers, look what's happening. The queen would be beating on the wall. She would not have taken down all these wizard towers. She would not have taken down the sweeper that she got. She would not get this, all this stuff. She would eventually, she got some hits on the Inferno as well. One hit. Yeah, I got a couple hits on the Inferno. So all that adds up. If you didn't have wall breakers, she would be still stuck out here. She cleared pathing. She made it pathing easier for the loons. She took down pretty much quarter to half the, maybe not half the base, but at least over a quarter, 30% of the base at least, 35, I don't know, something like that. But she did so much work because of those wall breakers. So if you're wondering how you get good at wall breakers, you got to practice. Go get on your queen walks, do some FC challenges, walk her, and then try to break her in. Of course, you want to steer clear from Infernos, or if you break her into an Inferno, you can do an Inferno charge. You can do a queen charge Inferno, but if you do, just make sure you perform correctly. Perform correctly. Anyways, we are going to move along. So here is the next attack. This is a Town Hall 11 3-star. Now, pretty cool indeed. Richard himself showing us that he is a man with a plan, and he's got 8 wall breakers. 8! Guys, you know, a lot of times people just bring a couple wall breakers. He's bringing 8. He's going to queen charge right into the Inferno. You might be thinking, who is this guy? What in the world is he doing? But because of this Grand Warden, he's put the rage down. This rage is very instrumental. He's only got, look at this. There's no defenses around the Inferno. It's kind of a base design flaw, but because of that Grand Warden ability, and there were no Expos, no Archer Towers on the Queen, you can charge into it. So if you're wondering, how do you figure out where to charge into a base? Well, of course, don't come at 3 o'clock. Look at all these defenses. The Queen would have to go to the Town Hall and deal with the CC as well. So that is, of course, you go, well, that's why you do come in from the 9 o'clock Queen charge. And he's going to wall break, and again, pause it. Look where he put his wall breakers. Now he didn't do a test wall breaker, which would have been helpful, but he waited till this cannon to the queen locked on to the cannon locked onto the queen, but he put the he made sure he put the wall breakers down before the cannon dropped, and put them right on the edge. They will go there. There's only one place for those to go, and it opened up the queen compartment. Now, why would you do that? Why would you open up the queen compartment like that? Well, the reason why is if you don't, the queen will bang on the wall. So wall breakers, guys, you just have to get the practice down. If you had put the wall breakers here closer to 6, they would not have gone at this T junction. They would have gone at the 6 junction, the 6 corner. So wall breaker placement is very critical, guys. You really have to understand their pathing, and the only way I can tell you to do it or to get better at it is practice. So do these queen walks as much as you can, and here's the jump for the queen. Look what the queen's going to get with this one jump. She's going to have to pop the ability. Enemy queen is coming out, and then just going to lalo the rest. Again, very powerful attack, very great use of warden ability, wall breaker specifically, opening up those 2 compartments and doing a queen charge and into an inferno tower. And this is pretty much smashed to smithereens. He's got 1 rage left, and guess what he's going to do with the last rage? He's going to use the last rage for this section here with the inferno tower. The queen will drop, and that is okay, but he's got a rage for the inferno, and he's going to do it right here. As I said, he's got some back end loons taking down these archer towers, and look at that, guys. Inferno drops, and that is a 3-star, and that is how you do it, taking down a Town Hall 11 using a nice queen charge amazingness with 8 wall breakers. So you see 14 wall breakers, which was crazy, and then now you see 8 wall breakers with 2 junctions. And yeah, you just got to, on your walks, try to figure out where you can wall break in. What do you need a giant to distract? Do you need a barbarian to distract? Do you need a test wall breaker? Do you need a couple extra wall breakers because you might lose one as they go to the wall, like it did happen on this one at this junction? So think that through, try to figure out where to wall break in, and eventually you'll start to see patterns, guys. The more you practice, you'll see patterns. But I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you learned something today, and we'll see you next time. Halo out.